What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Anthony the Adventurer, and I am back with another video. I am super excited for this video right now because it's going to be the first travel video on this channel, and it is going to be on my top 5 most favorite travel destinations that are on my bucket list. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so without any further ado, let's get into my top 5 travel destinations that are on my bucket list. Alright, starting off with number 5, we have London, England. So for a very, very long time, I wanted to travel to London, England. The culture there is completely different than the United States, and that's sort of what I wanted to explore. Things I want to do in London, definitely want to go to a traditional English pub, drink some beer, have some bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potatoes. I love that dish. Definitely want to have a traditional English version of that. And also want to see things like the Big Ben, Buckingham Palace. I definitely want to drive a car. So when you drive in London, the steering wheel is on the right side of the car instead of in the United States, it's on the left. So I definitely want to experience that. I think that'd be really cool. And lastly, I want to go to a football game or soccer here in America, but over there it's known as football. Football is crazy over in England and over in Europe, so I definitely want to go to a traditional English football game with all those crazy fans. I think it will be a cool experience, and hopefully when we're in London we get to see Queen Elizabeth. But yeah, that's my number 5. It is London, England. Alright, my number 4 spot on this list is going to be Sydney, Australia. I always wanted to go to Sydney, Australia ever since I saw the city in Finding Nemo, the Disney movie, where they end up later in Sydney, Australia.
Look! Sydney! 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 Yeah, Sydney again!
So definitely want to travel there because of Finding Nemo. The thing that really prevented my family from traveling to Sydney, Australia is definitely the cost and definitely the flight. The flight has to be, I think, over 20 hours if it was a non-stop. So we would have to go to Los Angeles or somewhere in the West Coast and go to Australia. And from the West Coast to Australia is about a 15-hour flight. So that's a really, really long flight to Australia. But that's sort of what prevented us from going to Australia. Things I want to do in Sydney, definitely want to go to the Opera House and also go to the harbor. And hopefully we get to see a joey, which is a kangaroo, that's what they call it in Australia. So that is my number 4 spot. It is going to Sydney, Australia. Alright guys, my number 3 spot is going to be Dubai. So Dubai, if you do not know where that's at, is in the United Arab Emirates, which is, to put into context, it's near Egypt, near Cairo. Dubai in general is very expensive. We are talking everything from the flight to the hotel room to the food. Everything is very expensive. Dubai has to be the richest city, considered to be the richest city in the globe because they found a lot of oil along with Saudi Arabia. Dubai is a very rich city, very expensive. The flight to Dubai, for me to go to Dubai, I would have to transfer, but if I wanted to do a non-stop, I would have to go through New York through Emirates Airlines, which I mentioned in the last video with Casey Neistat. Emirates Airlines is super expensive. I think even a one-way to Dubai from JFK Airport, economy class has to be, I would say at minimum is probably $700 to $800 one way. So if you're talking about $1,600 minimum round trip, which is insane for economy class. Do you know how long you're gonna be? You're gonna be about close to 12 hours in economy class. I think your legs are gonna be killing you. It's not worth it at all. Better off transferring. I could not do 12 hours in economy class nonstop. I probably would chop my legs off and throw it off the plane. It's gonna be so awful. But getting back to Dubai, very expensive. But yet again, if I have the money, I'm definitely gonna go to Dubai. The first thing I want to see is the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, and also want to go to the Dubai Mall and the Mall of Emirates, which is considered to be the biggest malls at least in the Middle East. One of them has an indoor skiing place where you can like ski snow tube, which is crazy because you're in the middle of the desert and it's close to 90 degrees every day and you get to ski indoors. I feel that's crazy. Also want to see the Atlantis Hotel, which I love Atlantis. I love going to the one in the Bahamas. They have one in Dubai. It has like a big water park. So my number 3 spot is going to Dubai. All right, now my number 2 spot is going to Hawaii. So I don't have a particular spot in Hawaii, just Hawaii in general. I really want to go to Hawaii. Something that kept us from going, at least me and my family. Long flight, and it's very expensive. We would have to fly to Los Angeles or somewhere on the West Coast and then fly to Hawaii. So it's very expensive, long flight. I hate transferring airlines, going like from one airline to another or one flight to another. I hate that. It reminds me of like the scene from Home Alone where they sleep in very late and then they have to try to catch their flight and they're running through the terminal. I hate that. I hate connecting flights. So travel tip, don't ever do a connecting flight. Always pay for the nonstop. But anywho, we're going to go back to Hawaii. Things I want to do in Hawaii is go to the Disney property, Aulani, which is the Disney hotel that's in Hawaii. Also want to go to a traditional luau, eat traditional Hawaiian foods. Maybe sit back, relax on the beach on a hammock and sip a drink out of a coconut. That's like the ultimate dream. A thing that made me really want to go to Hawaii is from Full House. There's an episode of Full House where they end up, the Tanners, they end up going to Hawaii and they check in, they go on like a boat and then they stop at this island and then their boat like just drifts off in the water because they forgot to dock it. It's absolutely hilarious.
DJ, don't be silly. I tied up our boat right there! It is our boat! Come back!
So my number 2 spot goes to Hawaii. All right, guys, so my number 1 travel destination that is on my bucket list is going to be Los Angeles, California. I know you guys are thinking like Los Angeles. I really want to go to Los Angeles ever since I was young, particularly for Disneyland. I wanted to go to Disneyland for a very long time. So I want to see Los Angeles in general, just the downtown, just the vibe, eat a lot of traditional food, a lot of fish and all that. I want to be a part of that California diet, if you know what I mean. And LA, I want to go to Hollywood. Hopefully I get to see some celebrities, go to the Chinese theater, maybe see the handprints that are engraved or whatever there are in the cement print. Want to see those. And also Universal Studios is there, so that's always a plus. All right, guys, so Los Angeles, California is going to be my number 1 travel destination that is on my bucket list. All right, guys, so that wraps it up. My top 5 travel destinations that are on my bucket list that I want to travel when I'm older. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Those travel destinations are very special to me, and hopefully I can be able to go to at least one of those destinations in the near future, and hopefully I can vlog it and put it on this channel. I feel like those vlogs are going to be epic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop down in the comments what are your top 5 travel destinations that are on your bucket list. I hope to read those down below. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys for another episode of Anthony the Adventurer. Have a great rest of the week. Stay safe, and I will see you guys next Sunday.